The restaurant industry is facing a lot of challenges. The cost of goods, a labor shortage, and low profit margins continue to force eateries to rethink their business models. Catherine Merck meets a restaurant owner in Oconomowoc, taking on these high stakes for his field and addressing them in a way that's well done.
At this kitchen in Oconomowoc,
So this is my grandfather's recipe.
this chef is taking the current economic situation
Then we have some farm happy honey.
and finding a way to serve his community through it.
Casual fast dining is on the rise.
Before becoming the owner, John Levine says he always found a way to make a tough situation easier to swallow.
Basically, I graduated high school in 2010 in Cedarburg High School, and then from there I joined the military, and then I was stationed up in Fort Wainwright, Alaska. In my barracks room, I was always known to be cooking up something, so I got the fire alarms called off on me a couple of times because I had a little hot pot, and I was just making essentially Army noodles with ketchup.
He's come a long way since the makeshift meals.
Since we first met, he's always been really into cooking, and the dinners he would make, fantastic, a plus if I might say.
His wife, Crystal Jones, says he's inspired by the flavors of his grandparents' meals at their home, 72 Waverly.
Now that my grandparents have passed, I really wanted to pay an homage to them since I spent all that time in Alaska. I never really got to come down here as much. So you got a nice sear, but you're gonna realize, wow, this tastes just like Grandma's kitchen.
After years of working in the restaurant industry, he eventually made his way to Coco's Steakhouse in Oconomowoc.
The restaurant opened up right before COVID. Our owners, Todd and Carrie, wanted to have experienced fine dining, but not in Milwaukee or Madison, close to their hometown. The food has always been upscaled. It has always been the classic fine dining, the classic steakhouse, the classic seafood.
John and the other managers quickly discovered they would be entering tough times to operate a high-end business like this one.
Inflation has been pretty brutal on restaurants, as well as the cost of their staff and wanting to make sure that they're giving great hospitality and finding them.
According to the National and Wisconsin Restaurant Association, in the last 4 years, food costs for the average restaurant have gone up 29%. At the same time, labor costs have also climbed 31%.
And so restaurants are going to have to modify so that they survive.
It is a little difficult here and there,
John took this business's full plate and decided to make a change. Coco's Steakhouse will rebrand to a farm-to-table concept this January.
That in order to make this a super profitable business, we need to try and look at our consumers and our guests and see what they're really asking for.
The menu will center around items that you can split with your table.
I'd rather put more elevated small plates and shareables, so then that way when you see your final check, you can say, wow, I tried 10 things compared just to my meat and potatoes.
Additionally, John wants to help the problems restaurants like his are facing by giving back.
Going with the farm to table, we're able to provide locally sourced and organic ingredients and then sustain our business model off of that.
Anytime you have local sourced food, it's going to be less expensive than, say, something that is shipped from across the country. So they know that this kind of a concept is going to be well received in their local community.
As part of the brand shift, John is also going back to his flavor inspiration. The restaurant will change its name to 72 Waverly after his grandparents' address.
This is my way of just saying, hey, I hope you're proud of me.
This concept allows John to find a different way of bringing home the bacon. His customers will get a taste of the changes in the industry without losing the excitement of getting together for a meal.
Whether it is for, a birthday or it is for a reunion or if it's just for, a little dinner date, whatever. I want people to feel like they can come here and be happy, feel comfy and warm here.
Overall, we want the experience to be a memory, something that you're going to create and you're going to remember. I remember 72 Waverly. I want to go back.